Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring the review for One Piece Manga chapter 998. And now we have been on Onigashima for a very long while now, and I just feel like we are still running. Everybody is just still running, doing who knows what. There have been a few scraps here and there, but for the most part, we are still running, still trying to get to who is going to be fighting who. And yeah, there's a few fights started here and there. I mean that there's, but I just feel like we're just still running, and quite honestly, it's getting a bit irritating. I just really want the fights to happen, and I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Because based on where the chapter ends, seems like the next chapter might just be a flashback. But yeah, like I'm saying, we're still running. So the first things first, Marco is gonna be the bona fide taxi service. He's helped Chopper a little bit, with his healing flames, and that's slowing the cause of the virus we're dealing with right now. It's just basically biding the time so Chopper can go make the antidote, the antibodies, and then everybody be a-okay. And this is kind of annoying because the way the chapter kind of phrases things is like Chopper's going to be out of the limelight, behind the scenes to make this antidote. And now, basically, I hope that is not a means to bring Chopper out the way so we can have an excuse for Chopper to not have a fight. No, 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 no. I want every Straw Hat present to have a one-on-one fight. Yeah, that was one of them. I was gonna say similar to Ender's Lobby, but Usopp didn't have a fight in Ender's Lobby that he won anyway. But yeah, I want every Straw Hat to have a one-on-one fight that they come out the victor of. And if Chopper is sidelined, then that's one less Straw Hat that's gonna have a fight, and everybody needs to have a fight. So there's that. Moving on to the Frankie stuff, because Frankie's in here this chapter as well. Basically, another thing about this chapter is the whole thing with how the rest of the Todoroki, their devil fruits are revealed, and I, for me personally, because the whole fact, because they threw in the rest just all at one time, it's a bit of a info dump. I feel like they should have really waited for them to have their one-on-one fights. If they probably will have them. Well, yeah, they should just wait for them to have a one-on-one fight and then reveal to us slowly through that, rather than just throw in the rest at the same time. One thing I did forget to mention is that how Apu is not done. Apu is not done. I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, it takes away from what Zoro did. Was it last chapter? Yeah, it takes away from that. But on the other hand, I'm happy because I can still get what I wanted, which is basically the worst generation versus Kaido, because he seems to be a-okay. He seems a-okay and good to go, so I can still get what I want. But on the other hand, it takes away from what Zoro did last chapter. But we lead off with him in what seems to be going to be X Drake versus Apu. I've always been down for West Generation versus West Generation fights, so maybe this could be a good one if we do see it. Probably will. So with Frankie versus Sasaki, I'm not down for this fight at all, and that's simply because it's not Frankie, is it? It's General Frankie. I am someone who is not down for Frankie's robots whatsoever. I want Frankie to fight for himself and not use his robots. So for the fact that he's using General Frankie in this fight, I could care less about this fight. I don't care how it goes down. Honestly, just don't want it. off screen if you must, because if he's fighting John Frankie, not interested. But it's during this time we learn that Sasaki is rocking the Triceratops. We do have that scene with they're doing Sanji dirty, man. They are doing Sanji dirty. Yes, I know, ladies, man, whatever, but they're just doing him dirty. That's not needed. So it seems like Jinbe has been set up to fight who is rocking the saber tooth devil fruit. Not really. I don't. Yeah, there's nothing more much to say about that. We'll just see what happens with that. It seems like OT and Page Run are trying to find Usopp and Nami again. So rematch? Probably have a rematch there. But the most interesting thing to come out this chapter is the very last panel of said chapter, where we find out that Ace came to Wano previously. We knew that already, obviously, but it is stated by Yamamoto that he came there to kill Kaido. So I'm like, when I read that, I was like, huh? Seriously? Because it just opens a can of worms, if you will, as to what exactly happened. Why did Ace want to fight Kaido? And what happened when that went down? And how did Ace live to tell? And this is why I think that there's going to be a flashback within the next chapter, because not only is Yamato saying this, like, we see like a flashbacky kind of figure of Ace, and that's why I think that we might get a flashback next chapter. But in saying that, maybe not, because I do think chapter 1000 will be big, and I think that a flashback of that would take more than one chapter. So maybe not. But it's definitely something there that will come at a later moment in time. But overall, I didn't really enjoy this chapter because you're still running. If you're still trying to get to Kaido, Zoro's still trying to get to Kaido, and everybody else is doing all sorts of madness where they should be approaching opponents for some serious fights, but we're not getting that yet. I sincerely doubt that many people made it to the end of this video, but if you did, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And it's for those reasons that I suggest that you should check out some of my One Piece what ifs, the newest one being what if Luffy never ate the Gum Gum no meat. If you made it to the end of this video, I guarantee that you would like that video and the other One Piece what ifs. So definitely give those a check out if you have the time. So overall, didn't really enjoy this chapter. So I'll only be giving it a 2-star rating. Of course, guys, must go for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.